If you ever find yourself getting confused about what it means to be aware of being aware, or what it means to focus on I am, or what the question, who am I, is pointing you to, today's video will be for you. It will add so much depth to your practice, and it will make this ever more clear to you. If you're new to this channel, by the way, my name is Sunny Sharma. All the videos on this channel are aimed to help you dissolve mind identification and awaken to your true nature, to your formless self. Today's video is a recording of a call I recently had on the subject of how do I find awareness? So please watch it. I think it will really help your practice. So I remember even when I went on my retreat in Vipassana, with Vipassana meditation, which is awareness of sensation. I remember speaking to a couple of people there on the 10th day and talking about self-inquiry as well, which came up in conversation spontaneously. And I was sharing with them how self-inquiry is very, like almost like a sister practice to Vipassana, or what we call acceptance here. How acceptance or Vipassana is awareness of sensation, mere awareness of sensation as it is, reality as it is, manifest reality as it is. Whereas self-inquiry takes a little, like a step subtler, which is instead of awareness of sensation, it is awareness of awareness. So no outwardness, no subject object. Rather than awareness of manifest reality, it is almost like an acknowledgement of unmanifest reality, that which is not here as a shape or a form, as a thing, that a definable object. So I remember speaking to some people over there about it, and also this was also something they didn't understand, especially if they were from the school of practicing just object focus, either breath or sensation. So this could be like a little subtler step that is very confusing and ungraspable because out of our habit of how we usually go about searching for things, trying to grasp. So here it's not so much that the solution is going to be something new. It's just actually the looking for the solution has to be a whole different approach. Notice like when I ask you to bring your attention to your hands, and please do so now, you're able to pinpoint an object in space and time, which has a definitive quality. And you can just bring your attention there. And when I say bring attention there, I'm not talking about look at it. I'm not talking about think about it or talk about it. It's just the thinking could be at rest, the talking could be at rest, the eyesight could be at rest, yet you can still bring your attention to the sensation of your hands. In a way, it's just like feeling the hand. Now, when someone comes around and invites you to bring attention to awareness, the place where we go wrong is we're trying to locate awareness in space and time as an object with a definitive quality, where we can say that, okay, there it is. This is where we actually acknowledge the limitation of attention. That attention itself is actually the outward focusing of what we call awareness. That attention can only be fixated on objects that you can look at and be like, oh, there it is. This is what it is. It is this and not that. For example, the sensation of the hand is the sensation of hand, and you may say it's not the sensation of the feet. It has a definitive boundary, a seeming separation. It is here and not there, this and not that. That really is what a definition is, you see. A definition is, okay, this is this, and it's not that. Because it is this, it cannot be anything else. You see, when we say this is a glass, now this can't be anything else because this is this. That's the quality of all objects. They are this and not that. In the entire realm of objective experience, what we call life, we only know objects, this and not that, this and not that. Because something is this, it can no longer be that. Very, very obvious, but actually, we don't really acknowledge these things. So, when we talk about self, when we talk about awareness, the place we go wrong is we are looking inside of our objective experience for a this and not that. We think it's going to be something that we can look at and be like, okay, here it is. But you see, like for something to be an object that you can look at and say, there it is, it has to be this and not that. It has to have a form. Doesn't matter if it's physical form or a subtle form, like a feeling. So that is where we come upon the limitation of mind, the limitation of attention. Self-inquiry is not a practice reserved for a few really spiritual advanced people. No, it is available to everybody. But your manner of looking and actually your intensity of looking has to be different. Anybody could focus on the attention, or anybody could focus the attention on sensation or a physical object, right? Even a person on the street, if you give them a few seconds, they can do that for a little while. But only those who seek to understand the nature of their experience genuinely will have the motivation to go a step subtler. Only those who really wish to understand themselves and deconstruct all of this will really stick it through, will go through the effort to change the manner in which they are looking in order to find what cannot be found in experience as a thing. So once again, just bring attention to sensation of hands. Now, for some, if we say, notice there's an awareness of the sensation. Where does that bring your attention? The sensation you are aware of. There's an awareness of. Acknowledge that. There's an awareness of sensation. Forget the sensation, acknowledge the awareness of it. So for some, this is enough, right? It automatically, it's like they understand that and grasp it. What is being referred to. If that's not you, right? If you're not one of those who just for whom it just clicks, now you just know that it's not a bad thing, but it just now I have to change the manner in which I look. I can't just keep ramming my head against the wall trying to find something there. It's not going to work. I have to change my approach. I have to start to let go of my current ways of looking for this. Okay. So you can't find awareness as an object. You can't put it in the shackles of thinking. No matter how much you think about awareness, there will not be the acknowledgement of awareness. No matter how many books we read on it, there's not going to be that acknowledgement. The only power words have in books or in speech is just their capacity to turn you to it, just like we just did, right? In those set of words where it was said, acknowledge that there's an awareness of sensation. Sort of takes your attention from sensation to simply being aware. Very similar to the example you may have heard before, how the eyes can see a world of objects, but nowhere in the world that you look, you will find eyes, your eyes. So they can see everything else, but they cannot see themselves. Because they are the eyes. You can only see that which is other than you. You cannot see that which is looking. Take a moment to reflect the profound statement that was. You can only see that which you are not. You cannot see yourself. You can only be yourself. You are that which is looking. You're not going to find yourself as an object. All you will find is that which you are not. Everything you know is that which you are not. Even when speaking from the perspective of the physical eyes, this is true. The eyes only see that which is other than the eyes. You may say, though, oh, but in experience, if you bring a mirror to the eyes, then they can see themselves. So, my friend, that is what meditation is. It is the mirror that is helping you acknowledge who you are. We have been lost in the world, just chasing ourselves everywhere, trying to find ourselves. But nowhere in the world, nowhere in experience, we will find ourselves. Nowhere in the experience, we will find that which is stable. Because everything you are aware of is that which you are not, in essence. Meditation, self-inquiry, is like holding up a mirror and seeing yourself. But here, seeing yourself is being yourself. Right? Just like the eyes, they cannot see themselves, they can only just be that which is looking. So here, when I say, rather than the sensation, acknowledge the awareness of it. Know that you're not going to find it somewhere like the sensation, because you're just trying to look at something else. You're trying to find a something else. But instead of trying to find a something else, you are asked and invited to acknowledge that which is looking. Acknowledge the looking itself happening already without your effort. How can you walk to yourself? You can only walk to other places that are at a distance. How can you go walk to yourself? You are simply already yourself. Self-inquiry is not about finding something that is at a distance, like the sensation. You may say, this is the sensation of my body, which is so intimate. But is it closer than the awareness of the sensation? Is the knowing of the sensation not more intimate than even the sensation that you say is so intimate? Do you deny the knowing? Do you have to think about the knowing for the knowing to be there? No. You're not doing awareness. You're not making awareness happen. You're simply aware. And it's time that we stop looking for it as an object. It is the place from where you're seeing. But notice that when this is said, you create an idea of a place somewhere within you that you are looking from, that hopefully I'll find after years of spiritual practice. But that again is just an idea, which is also a thought at a distance from you in your seeing. These pointers are just pointing to yourself, to you, helping you acknowledge that you are that which sees, that which knows. I often say, I am is a wordless and thoughtless acknowledgement. Being aware of being aware, wordlessly, thoughtlessly. Because words are an effort, words are a doing, thoughts are an effort, they are a doing. Yet they are effortlessly seen. There's a knowing of them without you doing anything about it. You may say that I don't get this, I don't understand this, but you do not deny the fact that you are aware of your thoughts. This thought that arose that says, I don't get this, you did nothing to be aware of that. It was already the case. What do you think is seeing the thought that says, I don't know this? Yet we identify with the object, the thought that says, I don't get this, while totally neglecting the very fact of its seeing, of the seeing of it, of the awareness of it. So when we say become aware of being aware, you're not becoming aware of some activity happening in the distance. It is pointing to that which is closer than close, more intimate than even everything you take yourself to be, your thoughts, your feelings, your body. Because even all these are objects seen by you. You are not something you can see, yet it is you. Therefore, be yourself. To know yourself, be yourself. In the wordless, thoughtless acknowledgement of being aware, all your ideas, all your hopes, dreams, desires, fears, resistances, your personality, your self image, your past, your future, all is at rest. None of that matters. None of that exists. It simply ceases to exist the moment you acknowledge, I am. The entire burden of personhood is rested in the moment you acknowledge, I am aware. Not thinking to yourself, I am aware, I am aware, I am aware, like a robot. But the wordless, thoughtless acknowledgement that is not at any distance from you, the recognition of being aware. dwell here, fall in love with this, become curious about this, explore this. And you will soon start to see that in those moments, it is totally becoming clear to you in the moment of this recognition, I am not a person. There's nothing personal about me. The person is an activity witnessed by that which you cannot witness, by that which I am already, as that which I am looking and seeing and witnessing and being. You see, this practice is just totally sinks the entire momentum of personal identity, of mind, into the ocean of being. Wordless, conceptless being. Do you have to earn your being? Are you not already? Even before you discovered spirituality, were you not already being? You know? And that is why this is available to everybody, because at the heart of everybody's experience is the fact of being, which is beyond race, beyond religion, beyond nationality, beyond male or female, beyond all definitions. At the heart of your experience is undefined reality. But because we are so just obsessed with our idea of who I am and what life is and what matters to me and what I like and don't like, we remain on the surface. In moments of practice, let all that go, become empty. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're only holding yourself back from knowing yourself. So you see why we always talk about how earnestness and a genuine interest in this is so necessary, because if that is not the case, then you will not allow yourself to become empty. If your desire to understand yourself, who you truly are, is not strong, then we will just remain entangled in ideas about ourselves and our life and our expectations and resistances. Whereas meditation is helping, it's pointing you in the direction of unconditional being. Boundaryless being. Definitionless, nameless being. In the process, you are becoming a nobody, a nothing. Very much space-like. The space, yet it includes everything, yet it owns nothing. It is nothing, yet it is everything. Yet I still invite you to not get lost in these flowery words and concepts, because they are not ultimately important. What is important is that you acknowledge your own being, which is very factual here and now, more factual and actual than anything that your thoughts could be saying to you right now, which are mere ideas, fiction. Rather than devoting ourselves to illusion, ideas, concepts, we are devoting ourselves to truth, reality. And for those with a background of religion, maybe these words will make you feel better. This is sort of a re-establishing your connection with God. It is dissolving the boundary between you and God. It is dissolving you yourself in God, going from becoming a somebody to God. Acknowledging your shared being. Now, understanding this, you must follow this up with practice, with experimentation, with reflection. Only through experience, through practice, do you grow in conviction, in understanding, in real understanding. Okay? So if you need further help with this, please feel free to check out my School of Awakening. It is a day-by-day meditation program that will help you dissolve mind identification and wake up to your formless self. It'll help you become free from suffering your experience, suffering your mind. You can also feel free to check out all of the free resources that I offer in the description box below. All the links are down there, so go ahead, check it out, use what you can, take advantage of everything that is there. That's all for me for today. I will see you next time.